Hello YouTube, I'm Nye from the Finale Guitar Shop in Sheffield. You're watching Folk Friend, your one-stop shop for Celtic backing guitar. And in this video I'm actually going to be showing you how to play a song. This was a request from somebody on the YouTube channel called Johnny Kaszubski, so thank you for the request. He said, can you please teach us how to play the Great Song of Indifference by Bob Geldof? And I must say I've never actually heard the song, but it's very nice. Good pick. So yeah, so I can show you how to play it. We'll start out with the chords first, and then I'll show you the strumming pattern that he uses later on in the song, and then finally I will show you the picking pattern that he uses in the early bits. So the chords, what you'll need to do is get your capo. It's a standard tuning guitar, normal E, A, D, G, B, E. Get your capo and put it on the 4th fret, and then the chords are, you start out with E major, like so. And then from there you're going to remove the index finger and then move your other two fingers up one string and then miss off the bottom E string, and that's going to give you this, which is more or less an A chord, is actually an A add 9 to give it its proper name. From now on I'll just call it A. And there's one other chord in the song, and what Bob Geldof does, very simple, he just takes that chord and moves both fingers up 2 frets. And this is basically a substitute for a B chord, except that it doesn't have the B note at the bottom of it. So I'm going to call this the B chord for the rest of this video. So that's that. So the chords are really, really simple. The next thing that you're going to want to do is the strumming pattern, just to practice going through the chords. So I've put the chords up in the corner of the screen. The strumming pattern is down, 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 up, like that. And what you do is the very first down is going to be just the root note of whatever chord you're on. So for the first chord, E, it's going to be just the bottom string, and then the rest. And then the third strum, the down there, is going to be just the bottom string as well. And then up, down, up is the others. So you've got root, others, root, others, like that. If you were doing it on one of the other two chords, you miss off the bottom string, so when you do your roots, then it's going to be the A string. And for the B type chord, like that, you get the idea. Obviously in the song it's quite a bit faster than that. So here's a little demo of it played nice and slowly with the chords. And it's the same chords all the way through the whole song. He plays them in a few different ways and he does different things over the top of them, but it is just a loop. So once you've got the drop on this, you shouldn't find it too hard. So here we go. That's it, and then it does it all again. Like that. If you wanted to, you could play the whole song like that. But if you want to have a go at the cool finger-picking pattern that Bob Geldof does in the early parts of the song, then I will run you through that now. I will caveat this by saying Bob Geldof is playing a right-handed guitar upside down because he's left-handed and he doesn't play a left-handed guitar. And it took me absolutely ages of listening to his picking pattern to work out how on earth he was managing to do it. I couldn't work it out for ages, and I thought, right, I'm going to have a look at a live version and watch his hands and see how he actually plays it. And that was when I realised that, of course, it's physically possible because his guitar is this way up. So he's doing things with his thumb that make the pattern possible. So I haven't managed to replicate exactly the pattern that he plays. However, this is my rough approximation of it, and it sounds more or less the same, and it's fairly easy to play. So what you're going to do is you're going to start out on your E chord, and you're going to go, thumb is always going to sit on the bottom string. Your other fingers are going to basically line up with the top 4 strings. That's how I would normally recommend. And for this particular song, you're going to switch them very slightly. So take that little finger off and move your ring finger onto the top string, but leave the other 2 where they were, with your index finger on the D string and your middle finger on the G string. What you're going to do now is the thumb on its own to begin with, and then all the other 3 together, so like that, then thumb again, then ring finger, then index finger, and then the middle finger. So thumb, other 3, thumb, ring, index, middle, thumb, others, 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 thumb, ring, index, middle, like that. And that, I've found, is about the easiest way you can do something that sounds like what he's playing. If I speed that up a little bit, you can try just playing along on your E chord. Like that. I really recommend, if you're practicing this as well, by the way, get a metronome up. Metronome online is a good one. If you Google that, you'll find it, or just a free metronome app or anything like that. There's loads of metronome websites out there. If you play along with a metronome, you can see how fast you were doing it. You can make sure that you're not speeding up. A lot of people, I find, as they get frustrated, they tend to try and speed up, and then they get more and more frustrated, they speed up more and more. And eventually they fling the guitar out the window and they never play again. So don't do that. Get a metronome up and try and play in time with it. Set it on something that's so slow that you can do it comfortably, until you get really just fluent with it at that speed, and then bump it up a little bit. And if you can as well, keep a little practice diary that says, on this day I practiced it at this speed, and then the next day you'll be able to look back and go, oh, I've sped up a bit, you know, and that way you get a feeling of moving forward. And if you do want a practice diary, by the way, I've invented one called the Folk Friend Practice Diary, which has got loads of useful stuff in it for folky guitarists. Check it out in the corner of the screen. Here is the very last part of the puzzle. I'm going to play all of the chords using that pattern. The only bit which is different is the part where it goes from E to B and back again. And for that, I'm just going to do thumb and index and middle together on the E chord, and then the same on the B chord, like that. So that's the very last couple of chords at the end of the loop. Other than that, it should be fairly straightforward. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, and... that. So hopefully you'll find fairly quickly you'll be able to speed that up, and then after you've done that a few times through in the actual song, he sort of changes into the strumming and does that for the rest of the tune. So that's it for this week. I hope you've enjoyed this video guide to Bob Geldof's Great Song of Indifference. My name is Nye, I'm here in Finale Guitar in Sheffield. If you would like to book a lesson with me over Zoom, I am available for lessons at the moment. I've got a few slots left for January. So drop me a message, leave me a comment in the box down below, or visit finaleguitar.co.uk or folkfriend.co.uk. You can also find all my other videos there, and while you're there as well, go down in the little box down below and hit the subscribe button. It really helps the channel out and you'll get all my free videos straight to your inbox. Hit the little like button as well if you've enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up. Let me know who you are, where you're playing, and anything else you'd like to see more videos about. And I'll see you all very soon for more guitar tutorials.